lot of motherfuckers just need to breathe, bro. They just need to breathe because motherfucker be in fear, bro. Like this shit started when we was kids. Motherfuckers ain't like this today just to be like this, bro. Motherfuckers ain't just like that for no reason, bro. You feel me? You got goddesses and females. They will take somebody's divinity quick just off the shit that they say. You got guys that are that sit there and talk about this goddess and talk about themselves in a negative light, and we all do it. And my thing is this: you hear people talking about mental health, men's mental health, and females' mental health, and it's too much just speaking on this and speaking on this. We all one. We all one. And a lot of us grow up and we don't get taught how to deal with the, our energy, our emotions. And emotions is energy and motion. And we get tricked. Like I said, we get tricked to accepting fear and all this other shit. You know, and instead of just high vibration and low vibration, they tell us fear and all this other shit to confuse us and everything. When it's either you feeling good or you feeling bad. And a lot of shit that we have been through, you feel me, growing up, we been through it and we had no structure and nothing, you know, no type of structure or anything, you know, for us to go by, either coming from a mother figure who knows how to control her energy, control how she feels, a father figure that knows how to control how he feels, and where those principles can come and they can help form somebody's mind into being a better person, bro. You feel me? So then motherfuckers grow up and then wonder why motherfuckers certain ways. A motherfucker will snatch your divinity if you don't know how to, you feel me? If you don't know how to if they not, you feel me, if you listening to them and they speaking down on the motherfucker. And whole time motherfuckers be stuck up. A lot of these females be stuck up. They listen to all this music. Same thing with the guys, be stuck up. They listen to all this music. When whole time it's a little kid sitting there crying. Matter of fact, the kid then cried so motherfucking much. The shit don't even show up on the outside. So he's sitting there crying. And she never been taught how to deal with the trauma that she been through. So then she grow up and it's this shell on the outside, and it's a protective shell for her to protect herself against everything, the whole world, because she feel like so much is just piled onto her. You feel me? And it's messed up. It's really messed up, and it's not our fault that we don't remember this. I mean, our ancestors and you know, for generations, they've implanted so much fear into the community. And how they did it, they ain't just come up. Yeah, they had a couple of slaves and shit like that. Most of us was out fighting and everything. You feel me? But how they implanted most of this fear was via magic. And all the fear and all the shit that's going on now, it's just been going on for so long. Social media and the blue lights and all the lights on the TV. All this shit been going on for so fucking long. And we look up and we just see how we reacting to each other, how we see everything now. Then we wonder why the sun getting hotter. Then we wonder why the vibration of the frequency and the frequency is changing based off motherfuckers just showing themselves more understanding. You feel what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro, because we really need to deal with the trauma that we've been through. It's not enough to just sit there and say, oh, I've been through this, and oh, I'm cool now. Oh, the shit happened a year ago, or it happened when I was young and shit like that. You gotta heal from that. There's trauma that was there, and that trauma is like it's like a baby. When a baby grow up, he growing up in an environment, and that environment, he's growing up around others who haven't dealt with themselves or any trauma that they've been through. So you can't even tell your son or your daughter as they growing up how to deal with any of the shit, any of the obstacles that is to come while being here on this round. Because while you here, there's going to be obstacles, there's going to be challenges, there's going to be shit that you got to face, there's going to be a whole bunch of shit that you got to face, there's going to be a whole bunch of just attacks. It's a whole bunch of negativity floating around, and it's a whole bunch of unhealed people and rolling around and they don't know any better. You feel what I'm saying? It's messed up, bro. It's messed up, bro. It's messed up. It's messed up, and that's why we gotta start listening to when we talking about raising your frequency, meditating on your chakras, and why meditating and all that is so deep. Why people talk about prayer so much and all that other shit. See, yes, you're supposed to talk to your creator. I'm not telling you not to, but all I'm saying is, what about what prayer, what they call prayer, what is it actually? You're literally closing your eyes and you're talking to the higher power that you feel like you connected to, which you are. You connected to it. You just call it a certain name, but that power still exists. That power within you still exists. That's why I say, okay, motherfucker could be Christian, Buddhist, all that. What is your heart? All that shit is just titles meant to distract motherfuckers. I don't push nobody into religion, none of that shit. I don't go for religion because it's meant to divide us and everything. But when you talking about somebody who got the genuine heart and they really want to be a good, great, better person, and they want to heal, and they don't know what to do, but to go to, you know, they go to a Bible or they go to a church and shit like that. Like it's they just put so many things in your face to sit there and trick you, and so much witchcraft involved in it and everything, and it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's so much witchcraft involved in all of that shit, and that's why I say, like, that's not the end all be all to healing. You feel me? Part of healing is, yes, talking to your creator, asking your creator for help to be able to step in and everything, because you need that positive influence. You need your creator. Your creator is always with you. That's why I say heal. That's why I say everybody need to heal. We need to work on our chakras, because motherfuckers grew up in certain environments and grew up certain ways, and then they stuck in survival mode. They was in survival mode and they never, rose out of survival mode. So everybody just focused on money and they focused on security and everything. That's why a whole lot of, they call them YNs, and a whole lot of us put on this tough guy act, like we gotta be so tough and so macho, like we ain't already tough. You feel what I'm saying? Like we gotta sit there and act tough to everybody, but when the police come around, you feel what I'm saying? It's because of a whole lot of things and shit that they did and that they still do. They work in magic. Like I even spoke on this before. The police cars, and when the police, like literally, the police will pull up with their lights and all that shit. And the ones that know about science and the way light affects your pineal gland, and the way light affects your eyes and your energy and all that, and how that red and blue, and how it, and it's constantly that shit'll fuck with somebody, and it could cause fear. You feel me? I said this before. Every chakra correlates to go hand in hand with each and every chakra. But that blue, when you talking about the throat chakra, they don't want you to speak up. When the police say freeze, why are they telling you to freeze? It's like it's like a whole Jezebel attack. Like your whole throat to get just closed up, some whole other shit. Nigga don't want to say nothing no more. Now nigga scared. You feel what I'm saying? And then your root chakra, they want you immediately dropping right down to your root chakra, and they want you to either act the ass because you feel me, they just want to do something to you. They want you in fear. You feel what I'm saying? And all, like I said, all this goes, you feel me, the red and the blue, and how the red and the blue correlate with certain chakras, certain vibrations, and the way that the lights are flicking and everything. All that shit science, bro. All that shit science, and it's manipulation, and they sitting there using the energy of our ancestors and other land, and they using it against us, bro. Like a whole bunch of fears been placed into the community, and it got motherfuckers in survival mode, and motherfuckers be in survival mode and been in survival mode their whole motherfucking life. And then when you in survival mode, there's nobody around you to sit here and tell you how to deal with the energy that's within you. So then you just go around hurting motherfuckers. Now you just hurt. Everybody just hurt around you, and everything you got to say is just hurtful shit. Some people know it. I know some people that know it, bro. Like it's fucked up, bro. And my thing is this: you can't just get so into. I speak like this because I want us to, look at the problems within ourselves, but we can't. Part of us looking at the problem is looking at what's causing the problem and who is causing the problem, and that's where we get to the oppressors. You know what I'm saying? That's where we get to the 13 families, these colonies and of reptilians and these shape shifting demons and the presidents and all no matter what you want to call them, the cabal, shadow government, all this shit is not the natural way and how we supposed to be living. It's not the way that the Most High God intended us to live. The Most High God don't want us to be enslaved. The Most High God don't want us to not think for ourselves. The Most High God gave us the ability to be able to create. That's the reason we got a brain, to be able to think for ourselves. You feel me? And there's so many attacks going on and things of that nature. Motherfuckers ain't thinking for themselves. Motherfuckers is literally running off programs. You literally running off programs, and those programs are a part of strongholds that was set up by demons, and was set up by demons that entered and placed a whole bunch of witchcraft and trauma on your motherfucking ass when you was younger. You feel me? And a lot of that witchcraft, even if you don't want to see strongholds, witchcraft, to get you to better understand it, you got in the habit of doing things because you didn't know how to deal with the trauma and the issues and the obstacles that would come into your life. So you got in the habit of doing things that would sit there and act as a form of Novocaine to cover up the pain that you feeling right now. Because no bullshit, I heard somebody say this before. Anything that any trauma that you've been through, any trauma that you go through, you're gonna have to deal with it in a later season. In some way, shape, or form. All energy, it's like this. That's where the boomerang come from. That's where the boomerang come from. The universe go like this in circles. You got the same circle in your head that you'll find in the bushes. If a bush was to be cut and you see a ring, that's how the universe works. All energy, and it's literally a message and a whole bunch of messages in that symbol, and in the boomerang symbol. All energy must return back. All energy must return back. You feel me? And it's like this. If you was put here by the Most High God, if you really looking to heal, guess what? A lot of your healing and things of that nature, you're going to have to do a lot of healing of the things that you've been through. That's why it's not, you feel me? You can't heal just instantly in 2, 3, 4 years. No, healing is an ongoing thing that you must always do, because we all going through so much pain and everything in the world in general, and we don't know how to sit here and deal with it. And then when it's others coming to us, and the Most High God speaking through others, and when the Most High God and the ancestors and the higher forces are speaking through others to push this information on the planet, like a Rashad Jamal, you got a whole bunch of, you got the media and this big ass machine. That's what the media is. The media, the TV, the politics and all this other shit. They coming out with like Rashad Jamal, like I should say his name, free to God. It's more to what I'm like. He got a whole documentary being made about him. There's a big bully, and this big bully is this system that our enemies have created, that Zeus has created to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. J. Edgar Hoover said that. Rashad Jamal brought that to my attention. J. Edgar Hoover said that. And I actually seen, certain shit where he actually did say that. The FBI, their whole purpose of the FBI is to prevent the rise of a black Messiah. To prevent the rise of a black Messiah, because they know who we connected to. They know the energy that flows within our veins. They know it. They know it. You feel what I'm saying? And they gonna sit there and they gonna use this system against him. They gonna use this system against him. See, even if you looking at it, I don't even think people really looked at it, because what Rashad Jamal said exactly is exactly what's happening. He said, they not just coming for me. They coming for him. They coming for everything he's built, his movement in general. They coming for it all. They coming for it all because it's now to a point, it's a certain vibration on the planet where more so than somebody's name, somebody gonna look at the fruit that you got to produce. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? They gonna look at like these roots and everything, like the roots of a bush, and then you see the bush growing out and sprouting. That's what they looking at, the sprouting and the fruits and the things that you got to present and the things that you got to look at and things of that nature. So Rashad Jamal and everything that all the work that he's done on himself and the work that he's put in and the communication with the Most High God that he's put in, he built this following and you know, he presents a certain message, and this message is a very, very high vibrational message. So they not just coming for him, they coming for the message, and they showing you what their next move is. If you're really paying attention to, they just wanna, they attacking at an all-time high. Everybody in the UCI, and it's not just the UCI, it's the university. It's Rashad Jamal. It's everything connected to him, and it's his family. They coming for us. Everybody who's speaking truth, everybody who got the vibration of pushing heart out. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I say we need to heal. You feel what I'm saying? We need to heal because it's so much fear being pushed into the community. We need to start speaking up for him more. You feel me? It's messed up what's happening to the God and things of that nature. It's messed up. It's real messed up. It's real messed up. It really is. But yeah, that's they using a whole bunch of things to put us in fear, and all this fear in the community and things of that nature. And on top of that, what you've been through, there's been certain ways that you've been thinking and living in certain and things of that nature that's not. It's not of the Most High. It hasn't been of the Most High God, and you don't know it. So the Most High God and the faithfulness that the Most High God has, and like I said this last night. See, there's a psalm, and it says, the psalm says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty." So I'll say of source, she is my refuge and my fortress, my God in who I trust. For she will deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the deadly pestilence. She will cover you with her pinions, and under her wings I'll find refuge. Most High God, your faithfulness is my shield and my buckler. I will not fear. At the end of that, and I want to go even in depth on what I was saying, he who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will abide under the shadow of the Almighty. He who is righteous will abide under the shadow, under the protection, will have the protection of the Most High God and the high vibrational cosmic forces. He who is righteous will have the protection of the Most High God, the high vibrational cosmic forces in the planet. So I'll say of source, she will deliver you in everything, right? And saying your faithfulness is my shield and my buckler, I will not fear. Faith, what is faith? Faithfulness comes from the root word of faith. What is faith? Because faith is literally in the word. So the base of, at the base of the word is the word faith. And when we talking about faith, you can't. Faith is built off identity. Identity in knowing that you came from the Most High God. Identity in knowing where you came from. Where you came from, who you came from, who you connected to. That's why I say work on your heart. Meditate on your heart chakra. Listen to 528 hertz. Listen to that frequency. Get into playing flutes and listening to flute music, and you know, get in the ground of your feet. Speaking to the plants. Speaking to yourself. Meditation more. More meditation. More meditation. More meditation. More sitting with self. You feel what I'm saying? And more tending to what you need. You feel what I'm saying? Stop showing them so much attention and start showing yourself more attention. You feel what I'm saying? Work out more. Work out more. You feel what I'm saying? No bullshit. No bullshit. Work out more. Show yourself more self love, loyalty, unity, honor. Show yourself more love. You feel what I'm saying? And that's why I'm always gonna push it. Work on your heart chakra. Understand that each and every chakra is just it's these energy points that you have within you that make up who you are. You are your chakras. Like, you feel me? It's a part of who you are. That's why I say each and every chakra goes hand in hand. Even if you look up the chakra system, see, they tell you about this chakra, that chakra, and it's imperative to know about it and listen to frequencies they call it sound healing and all this stuff. That's why I'm saying it's like I picked this up a minute ago, and I'm gonna do more videos and everything. But I picked this up a minute ago. Whether you talking about this, whether you talking about that, whether you talking about sound healing, whether you talking about talking to the Most High God, some call it prayer, whether you talking about exercising, whether you talk, no matter what you talking about, there's so many things. Whether you talking about religion and all this different shit, there's so many things, and that's why I say it's imperative. And you heard others say it before. It's imperative to have discernment, and then know where the discernment comes from. Discernment is the ability to be able to analyze anything from the perspective of righteousness, from the perspective of your creator, of the Most High God. See, me walking in my path and me being a divine God and me working on myself and everything, it gives me a great level of discernment. And that great level of discernment, I'm able to see if this or somebody else is good for me or not. If I need to indulge in this or not. If I need to, you feel me? And that's why I say discernment is imperative, because you hear a whole bunch of stuff, and discernment you need to always keep with you, because you forgot who you were, and you need to listen to the Most High God. Part of discernment is listening to the Most High God, understanding that, okay, there's a whole bunch of things. See, me, I know it's a whole bunch of truth and a whole bunch of truth and a whole bunch of shit. You can't be tricked if the truth ain't presented in some way, shape, or form. You feel what I'm saying? And understanding that, okay, this was made by people who a lot of stuff was made by a whole bunch of people to try to trick me out of my position and things of that nature. But you can't even come up with a lie without telling the truth in some way, shape, or form. And see, that's where discernment comes into play and meditation comes into play, because whether you meditating or whether you praying, which is how I got here in the first place speaking about that, it's actually the same thing. Because the more you heal, the more you get closer to the Most High God. The more you heal, the more you exercise, the more you feel good within, the more you feel more of your soul and your spirit, the more you want to just do better. You giving compliments out, you looking better, you feeling better and everything. And all of that goes right hand in hand with the power with the path that was given to you by the Most High God when she created you. When the Most High God created you, all of that was given to you when the Most High God created you, the path. And see, this is what I'm saying by the Most High God gave you the path. See, where does righteousness come from? Righteousness. See, being righteous is the right thing to do. The Most High God, when you was created by the Most High God, she intended for you to be righteous. She intended for you to be righteous. She intended for you to be fruitful. She intended for you to help others and to be of service to your community, to be of service to other beings, and to be kind and to be righteous. That's what she intended for. Like this ant in my hand. The Most High God ain't intent for me to kill this ant. You feel me? The Most High God ain't intended for me to be a murderer. No, the Most High God intended for me to care about all the life force and energy that's around me. Not just to say, I appreciate this, and I appreciate this soil, and I appreciate this bush, and I appreciate nature, and to get some type of benefit off of it. But no, because you genuinely appreciate it. And the more that you heal, you gonna want to listen to more shit like this, and you gonna appreciate more things around you even more, and you gonna see, damn. You know what I'm saying? Like you feel me? You feel me? That's why I say heal, because you're gonna see so much more of healing. You're gonna see so much more once you start to open your eyes. You feel what I'm saying? I'm not talking about physically, but I'm talking about like open your eyes. Let go of all all the ego and all this other shit. Let that shit go. That shit is clouding you up. That shit is clouding you up. You feel me? So yeah, that's why I say speak to your creator. Talk to the most high God. Faithfulness. To have faith is to have identity. To remember who you came from and where you came from. I spoke about this before. Not too long ago. I just said it again for a second time. See, when we talk about faith and we understand that faith is identity. Okay, so what I mean by identity is not just your name, not just your cosmic name or what you think, of what you feel like, you know, is the expression of your name when you say it and things of that nature. And no, I'm talking about the literal way in which you were created, to live with heart, to not give up, to continue to produce life, to remember who created you is your identity, to remember where you came from is your identity, to remember that you are a servant of the Most High God. Like, I'm a servant of the Most High God. I listen to the Most High God. I do whatever the Most High God say. Even in the moment, so if I'm healing something and it's hard for me to sit there and face what I'm healing, guess what? The Most High God intended for me to be able to heal, intended for me to work for my heart chakra. So guess what? I need to work for my heart chakra. You feel me? You feel me? So when we talking about faithfulness and we talking about identity, when we talking about faithfulness and we talking about identity, that's what we talking about. Remembering who you are, the power that you came from, and remembering, okay, when the Most High God created me, the Most High God created me, intended me to be this way. The path of righteousness is this way. So it's more than just a name. Whether you want to call him Zeus, Satan, whatever the fuck you want to call the nigga, he got a certain name, right? But he's lost his identities. He stepped away from his identity, which has him acting in a whole different vibration. So therefore, he's lacking identity, and he want others to follow him and lacking identity and forgetting who they are. So that's why I say your identity is imperative. Your identity is part of your faith. Your identity, and see, faith and identity it's the same thing. You can't have, your faith can't be at peak position if you don't have some form of identity. If you don't understand that, oh shit, I'm supposed to operate from my heart space. I'm supposed to understand and love everything around me. I'm supposed to show everything around me respect. I'm supposed to come at others with respect. You feel me? You can't like that's faithfulness, because if you go through something, you gonna need faith, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. You gonna need faith. You gonna need faith like a motherfucker. You gonna need faith to get the fuck up out of the situation. You could be going through something right now, and guess what? Your faith will increase if you say, oh, I know I'm gonna get through this, but why do you know you're gonna get through this? Because of who I'm connected to. Because of identity. That's how you'll never lose yourself. Identity. Identity. It's more to identity than just a name. It's more to identity than just the fucking ID. It's more to identity than that. Identity is literally operating from your heart space. It's where your heart is. That's why they clog it up so much. That's why they clog you up so much. You feel me? That's why they put our ancestors in a whole bunch of fear and things of that nature, and they implemented this fear and things of that nature, and then from generation to generation to generation, it's so much fear that's been implemented into our communities, and the intent of all of it was to cover up our identity. If I can make you forget who you are, it will not be hard to conquer you at all. So instead of you coming for the motherfucker that wrote the Bible, the motherfuckers that still write the Bible, instead of you coming for them, instead of you coming for these Fortune 500 companies and all that shit, you'll challenge me, who in the same position as you. But I may see shit from this part. Somebody else may see shit from this part. Somebody else may not see things from any perspective at all, unless They listen to something and they're like, God damn, I did see from that perspective after all. You feel what I'm saying? So now they may see from a middle part. It's all identity, bro. It's all identity. And us standing up for each other. Identity. There should be no reason we ain't checking up on each other. I was just at the basketball court not too long ago. Man, it was some type of whether the nigga was black or a white cop, whatever the fuck he was. Somebody gonna stop another guy from walking in the park smoking. First of all, how you gonna stop me from smoking? We could get in that in general. But my thing is this, he ain't doing nothing wrong, bro. Shawty smoking. So my thing is this, whether he's smoking, whether he just walking, it don't matter what the fuck he doing. We gonna check on, you good? You know what I mean? And that's exactly what the guy said to me next to him. Y'all good? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we trying to make sure shit was good. You feel what I'm saying? Checking on your family. Understanding your family. Understanding where you came from and who you came from. Identity. You feel me? Identity. Identity. Being able to listen to others in different not ideologies, but being able to listen to others and how they view just game and that they spitting and things of that nature, and how not to just fall so, you know what I'm saying, for what anybody's saying. Identity. Form your own point of view. Think for yourself. Identity. So yeah, all this was about identity. The whole everything I've been speaking about, it's been identity. It's been identity. And since we got into the realm, we ain't had nobody tell us that we needed to cater to our identity. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? We came here and we have a soul. We got a spirit. We a soul and a spirit. But as we growing up on this realm, it can make you certain ways. So a certain identity was formed based off certain ways you was thinking and things that you've done and things that you've been in and shit like that. Identity. And because of identity, it made a lot of people the way that they are right now. So that's why you see somebody meditate, focus on their breath and breathe more. They able to focus on who they are instead of focusing on the outside world. So now they can cater to their identity, and they realize what's been the problem the whole fucking time at the base of it all. It's been identity. So the more that you create, the more that you help your identity, that you sit with yourself, and that you appreciate the life and the life force that's around you, go do it and see. I'm telling you, it's identity, bro. It's identity. It's identity.